What's popping YouTube? YouTube family, what up? We in the building. We come to you with not so great news today, man. The hip hop community is in mourning. As you see the title, you know what I'm saying? The hip hop community is definitely mourning today as we lost one of our young, talented artists. We definitely lost one of our young, talented artists today. I'm getting things set up, so bear with me because I want to make sure I bring y'all the story, accurately as possible. You know what I mean? But I see a couple people come into the room, so I'm gonna go ahead on and take off, man. Without further ado, man, we want to say before we even get started, we want to say R.I.P. Juice World. For those of y'all who don't know who that is, that was a young, talented artist out of Chicago, and basically he passed away today at the age of 21. The report says that he was walking through the terminal at Chicago Midway Airport, and he suffered a seizure. You know what I'm saying? Now, the causes of the seizure is pretty much I haven't seen any reports about that yet, but I have heard. Basically, I have heard a couple different things. You know what I'm saying? And one of the things is that the young man. They said the young man popped a lot of pills. Like just the other day, one of his fans, I think, if I'm not mistaken, hit him up on Twitter and was saying that he wished that he would stop popping so many Percocets. You know what I'm saying? This was a tweet that was released. I seen it on Instagram, and you can go to my Instagram. I post stories. I post about it in my story on Instagram. So at one Urban Media Fix, that's my Instagram. If you want to see the post I did in my stories, but it was reports that came out that said that he had a pill habit. You know what I'm saying? Not to try to take nothing away from him, but that's the only thing that I'm hearing that could be possibly the reason for his death. You know what I'm saying? We don't know the reason for his death at this moment. That's not been put out there, but we know that he had a seizure and he passed at the age of 21. Me personally, I don't really know a lot of his music like that. I know he's talented. I have heard a couple of his songs on the radio. It was one song that they played on the radio that was my song. I liked that joint. I forget the name of it. If I'm not mistaken, it's his biggest record because they play it so much on the radio. You know what I'm saying? And so I'm sure if you Google it, and if you YouTube it, it'll be the first one that pops up. His biggest song. That's my joint right there. You know what I'm saying? Um, from all accounts, he's a young rapper out of Chicago, which, if I'm not mistaken, he's out of the suburbs of Chicago. He's not necessarily from, Chirac or whatever, but he's from the suburb area of Chicago. And he took off, man. He blew up, he hit the scene, and he pretty much blew up. That's why I'm not calling him up and coming rapper because he blew up as soon as he hit the scene. Because I started hearing his name on the internet, you know what I'm saying? And then all of a sudden he had a mixtape with Future. Now we all know, and especially by him not being an artist out of Atlanta that Future might have came up with, like we know Future has a relationship with Duct Tape and he has a relationship with a lot of the East Atlanta rappers, they came up together. He had songs with Trouble early on in their careers. He had, so it's not surprising to see Future do a mixtape with any of them dudes. But he hasn't done that mixtape with any of them dudes. I think him and Gucci free series that they did, but he hasn't done a mixtape with any of them dudes. But he did a mixtape with Juice World. And this was before I even heard any of Juice World music. Now the mixtape, if you want to hear that, the Future and Juice World mixtape, you can go check that out. You know what I'm saying? So that was my first introduction to Juice World. And then I heard the song. After that, the song that's on the radio, still to this day, the song is still on the radio. So after the mixtape, that's when I heard the song. But Juice WRLD pretty much already went viral by that time. You know what I'm saying? And he was being accepted in a lot of these different circles and being regarded as uh, a great young artist. You know what I'm saying? He pretty much was coming out of Chicago. And another thing with where it set him apart from a lot of the other artists that came out of Chicago, Juice WRLD didn't come out with the movement. You know what I'm saying? He didn't come out doing drill music. You know what I'm saying? So that kind of set him apart from the other Chicago artists right there. You know what I'm saying? Just musically, his sound was different. You know what I'm saying? And it was he had a great sound. You know what I'm saying? He had a great sound. It was very I could say maybe in that Drake, you know what I'm saying? He came out of that Drake mode, you know what I'm saying? I could probably say that, you know. Um, I just say RIP Juice World, man. You know, that's why I'm doing this blog. You know, it's ugly to have to keep doing these RIP blogs, man. You know, I almost hate doing them, but we have to pay our respects to people when they go, especially if they left an imprint, you know what I'm saying, on the world. And uh, Juice World definitely left his mark on the hip hop, of this new era of hip hop where, you got the singers slash rappers. That's pretty much the hip hop as we know it today. You know what I'm saying? You still got uh, artists to do the old format of rapping to where it's not melodic melodic as some of the others. But for the most part, hip hop is melodic now. You know what I'm saying? And I would say Juice WRLD was one of the top leading artists in this new hip hop wave, in this new hip hop movement. The boy did mad numbers. You know what I'm saying? His numbers, you can't take that from him. And I'm sure it's only going to go up since he passed. You know what I'm saying? Like mostly all artists, when they pass, their music numbers on the music it spikes. So we just hate to have to see. We just hate for it to be, for him to have to pass for his numbers to go up like that. But this is the world we live in. We give people their roses when they die, and a lot of times we don't get to give them their roses while they're here, and that's a sad thing. You know what I'm saying? So definitely a long live Juice WRLD. Like I say, me personally, I wasn't a fan. Uh, He did have some songs that I like. You know what I'm saying? Like I say, him and Future put out a mixtape. That's how I was introduced to him. Was the mixtape that Future and Juice WRLD put out a couple years ago. You know what I'm saying? And I actually checked that out. And that was my introduction to him. Just from that, I knew that the guy was talented. You know what I'm saying? I understood why Future did the mixtape with him. At first, I was like, damn, why would Future do a mixtape with pretty much an unknown artist? But once I listened to the mixtape, I understood why. Because you could tell the dude was super talented. You know what I'm saying? Just from that project alone. And not to mention his hits. He got hits, you know what I'm saying? Like I keep saying, the song that's on the radio. And for a matter of fact, man, it's information age. Man, let me look up this song that I know it's just my joint, man. I be singing it all the time to myself, when I'm in the shower or whatnot. I'm sure it's gonna be so many Juice WRLD posts that let me just Google it. Juice WRLD's biggest hit. Oh yeah, that was the name of it. That Lucid Dreams. That lucid dreams, that thing hard right there, man. If I would play it, but you know they'll give me a copyright, you know what I'm saying? But that lucid dreams, that thing right there, the first time I heard it, I was like, damn, this different right here, you know what I'm saying? And they kept playing it on the radio. And it grew on me. You know what I'm saying? That song grew on me, and still to this day, I find myself singing that song. Like just that song will be stuck in my head, and I'll be singing. I was just singing it the other day when I was leaving from the office. You know what I'm saying? I was leaving out the office, and just out of nowhere, I just started singing that song. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, damn, man, it's crazy. But I wasn't a big fan of it, all of his music like that. But that song right there, I could say that's probably a that even without him passing, I feel like that's a song that would be played for years to come. But now that he passed, I'm sure that the song is going to be played for years to come. Now, you know what I'm saying? Being that was his biggest record, but even without that, man, that's like one of them timeless pieces. Timeless. That's a timeless type record. The production on it, and yeah, how he came in on that thing, man. You know, he definitely killed that thing right there. From just like the emo rappers. You know what I'm saying? He was an emo. I could consider him almost like an emo rapper. You know what I'm saying? That new wave of emo rappers. We got like um, a man that passed triple XXX Extension. Your Trippy Reds. Then you got your Juice Worlds. That's the new wave of emo rappers. You know what I'm saying? And he was definitely carrying the torch, man. You know what I'm saying? He was definitely carrying the torch. The part of me that I keep looking off, but I got the games on this side, you know what I'm saying? While I'm doing my thing over here, you know what I'm saying? The games is distracting me. But yeah, man, yeah, that lucid dreams, yeah, that thing there, that thing fire. And for a matter of fact, man, when you come into the room, man, show love, man. Hit that like button, man. It don't cost you nothing to hit a like. You know what I'm saying? For a matter of fact, so over here, one way that you can donate is just hit the like button. You know what I'm saying? Hit the like button. That helps the video get moved up in the recommendations and the suggestions. The more likes that a video got, it get moves up in the recommendations, man. You know what I'm saying? We over here showing love and paying our respects to Juice World, man. Hit that like button, man. Pour ourselves, man. Let me check out the chat, see what's going on in the chat, man. You know what I mean? Shout out Trey G's. Shout out Cash Creston. Shout out Mari. Shout out Harvey Power. Shout out Sheila. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Mari say, how did he pass? He passed from a seizure. Juice World was in the airport, the airport of Chicago. He was mobbing through there, and he passed from a seizure. From some inside reports that I got, they say that he um, had an issue with pills, with popping pills. I'm not saying that's the reason why he passed. As of right now, we don't know the exact reason. We know it was a seizure, but they said he had an issue with pills, man. You know what I'm saying? So if that was the case, then this would be the second rapper that we lost from Chicago from prescription medicine. Because Fredo Santana, RP Fredo Santana, he passed at an early age from prescription medicine. You know what I'm saying? So we can only hope that's not the reason why Juice World passed, but we are getting reports that he had an issue with prescription meds, and we just hope that ain't the reason. Lil Peep, the other rapper that passed not long ago, maybe a year and a half, 2 years ago, he passed from prescription meds. Is it another? I think it's another rapper that I'm not thinking about. Yeah, the little dude, not Macklemore. white rapper, man, that everybody liked. You know what I'm saying? Everybody loved him. He passed from prescription meds too. He OD. I don't want. It's not Macklemore. I don't think. Let me see. Let me look that up too, man. We in the information age, man. Everything's at a click of a finger, man. Let me see the other rapper that passed. No, it definitely wasn't Macklemore. It was I'm about to tell y'all right now because I actually like this little dude. Not necessarily. I wasn't a fan of the little dude's music, but I liked his energy. I liked his energy. He was a white rapper that didn't come off to me as like a culture vulture. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. But Juice World, he died from a seizure, and yeah, man. We just hope it's not related to pills. They said he had a problem with the Percocets or something. Mac Miller, pardon self. I knew it had a Mac in it, but Mac Miller supposedly OD. Then we had, I want to say Lil Peep. Lil Peep, he OD, if I'm not mistaken, from pills or from prescription meds of some sort. And then we have Fredo Santana, you know, RIP all of those dudes, you know what I mean? But Mac Miller, yeah, Robert, yeah, like I said, that was Mac Miller. I liked it. I liked this son. You know what I'm saying? Son didn't come off to me as a culture vulture, you know what I mean? I liked it, his energy. But we had Mac Miller, we had Lil Peep, we had Fredo Santana, we had well, we just hope Juice World didn't go out like that. And you know, maybe it was related to another medical issue that he was having or whatnot. But to be honest, you know, I don't like to interject my opinion in different situations. But to me, it sounds like he it might have been related to some prescription meds. I hope it wasn't. You know what I'm saying? You know, condolences go out to the family, and I send my love and support to his family. You know what I'm saying? Friends and family. You know what I'm saying? I don't want them to see this and take this the wrong way. But it just that's just how it sounded to me. If I could give my educated guess or whatever, you know what I'm saying? You know, I know this is the time of mourning. You know, it's not really a time to be, you know, trying to put any negative light on his name. So that's definitely not what we're trying to do because we definitely feel like his life should be celebrated because he was a very young, talented dude, man. We definitely feel like his life should be celebrated, you know what I mean? And you know, so RIP Juice World, man. You know what I'm saying? You know, this is the day, man. If you was a Juice World fan, man, play his whole catalog today, man. You know what I mean? Right after that Juice World, if I wouldn't get a copyright, I'll bump that Lucid Dreams right now. But YouTube would give me a copyright. Well, matter of fact, when I did the Nipsey tribute video, I was like, fuck a copyright. And I just the whole video, I just played Nipsey music. You know what I'm saying? And I ended up getting a copyright. You know what I'm saying? So, but I was like, fuck a copyright that day, man. Pardon my language. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes I curse when I get passionate about certain things. I'm trying to clean that up on YouTube, man, because YouTube definitely cracking down on how they're giving it up. You know what I mean? With the cursing and how they'll label your video, they'll put your video on pretty much. They'll make it to where it's adult content, and basically they'll hit you with that yellow stamp. I mean, no monetization. Even though we're not monetized, we still gotta follow the YouTube guidelines, man. We still gotta follow the YouTube guidelines, and yeah, man, we coming here today to pretty much to say RIP Juice World. And yeah, man, I like one thing that I could say about Juice World, even though I'm not really um, that familiar with him as an artist, I vaguely know about him. I could say that I can appreciate that he went his own route. He didn't take the drill route like everybody was doing this that comes out of Chicago. You know, you got the drill movement coming out of there. So basically, if you come out of Chicago, you get that label on you. You're a drill artist. He didn't take that route, man. He went his own path, and I can salute that, man. You know what I'm saying? That signs of a leader when you see a person don't just follow the wave. You know what I'm saying? That's always the easiest thing to do is follow the wave. Juice World, he went his own route. He did it his way as far as he didn't follow the wave of the drill movement. He made his own lane. You know what I'm saying? He made his own lane coming out of Chicago. You know what I'm saying? And I can salute that. And not to say nothing about the drill rappers, because there's some fire, there's some dope drill rappers. You know what I'm saying? Coming out of Chicago. You know what I'm saying? I fuck with the drill movement. You know, but yeah, man, definitely shout out Juice World, man, for being able to create his own wave and not, you know, just follow the wave that was already set in place. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like if you're a drill rapper coming out of Chicago, as soon as you put a video out, it's going to 100,000. Especially if you are from one of them reputable neighborhoods. Oh yeah, that shit shoots to 100,000 as soon as you put it out. So it's so easy to follow that wave and that blueprint is already set. Juice World, he didn't do that. He blazed his own trail, and that's commendable right there, man. So just for that alone, even though I wasn't that in tune with his wave, just for that alone, outside looking in, I can salute that. You know what I'm saying? I can salute that. That's that shows that he had real leadership qualities. You know, that shows that he had real leadership qualities. And one of our young leaders is gone too soon, man. Another one of them. Another one of our young leaders gone too soon. You know, and I didn't realize that he had so many different relationships with a lot of different artists. Because I was just on Instagram and every artist you could think of is pretty much showing their love to him. You know what I'm saying? So there's a lot of artists who I wouldn't even think that he had a relationship with. These folks is posting pictures with Juice World and they giving their RIPs and their condolences. And so that's why when I started the video, I said that the hip hop community is mourning right now because I've seen so many different artists, you know what I'm saying, showing love, so many different reputable people in the culture. You know, they got pictures with Juice World and they pretty much showing their condolences, man. And so when I seen that, I was like, yeah, okay. Which I was gonna do the video regardless. When I seen it, when I woke up this morning and I seen it, it came across my timeline. I was gonna do the video, but when I seen so many artists and so many of his peers, you could say, showing him that love and that respect, I was like, damn, okay, well, boy, he had touched he had touched a lot of people, man. You know what I'm saying? He had a bigger influence than I even knew. You know what I'm saying? I could say that he had more influence than I knew, and this is not just in Chicago. This is from LA to Atlanta to New York to Florida. They all showing their respects to Juice World right now. So that's you know that's a good thing, man. When a person can be memorialized in the right way. You know what I mean? Yeah, that's a great thing, man. When a person can be memorialized in the right way. Juice World, rise in power, young king. Rise in power. Juice World, man. Rise in power, man. Let me go on the gram, man, and see some of the people, man, that's giving it up for Juice World. Really, man, it's too many to name, to be honest with you. Because all of them was giving it up for him. You know what I'm saying? All of the artists. And yeah, man, he definitely had a bigger impact on the culture than I knew. You know what I'm saying? I knew that the young kid was talented, but another one of our young leaders gone too soon. You know, that's pretty much what it comes down to. Whether it's black on black violence or if anytime a person is taken at a young age, it's never a good thing when they don't get to live out their full life. I don't even know if he has any kids or anything to carry on his name or whatnot. I'm sure all of this information will start to come out, as the story, materializes more and more when we find out exactly why, the seizure might have developed, or we'll find out these different things, you know what I'm saying? But as y'all come into the room, man, y'all hit that like button, man. Hit that like button as you come into the room. And yeah, speaking on memorializing our great ones in the right way, somebody evangelized Nipsey Memorial, man. But this ain't about Nipsey. This is about Juice World. So we ain't gonna stray on the conversation. Man, pardon me if I see y'all chats late, man, because I gotta go back and forth, and sometimes the chats throw me off. It make me forget my train of thought. So, all right, it just doesn't feel real to me. LaFlame, shout out LaFlame. Yo, what up? Shout out Pilo, what up? It's a name I can't even pronounce. Yeah, 2020 is definitely gonna be a turn. It's gonna be lit. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be a definitely a monumental year. You know what I'm saying? 2020 is gonna be a monumental year. Quiz say the memorial with Nipsey looks like a PR stunt. Shout out Lex Celto. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. But yeah, the boy Juice WRLD, man. That shit tripped me out though, man. I ain't gonna even hold you. When I woke up this morning and I seen that across my timeline, I'm like, damn, 21 years old, and I got to doing my research, you know what I'm saying? And try to figure out a little bit more about the story and whatnot. And it kind of blew me, man. I can't lie, man. It definitely blew me to see the young man went out so young, man. It was shocking. It was a very shocking, surprising little thing. You know what I mean? Yeah, man. It came across it. I had a notification on my phone when I woke up this morning. So that was like the first thing I seen. I'm like, what the fuck? Wait, Juice WRLD done passed, man. So it's like, yeah, man. All we could do though, man, as a culture, is learn from this. All we could do is learn from this. You know what I'm saying? It's been a big conversation going on with the. We used to be a drug dealer. Hip hop used to be. Uh, they say the rappers went from drug dealers to drug users, right? Which I don't feel like either one of them is definitely the way things are looked at in the society. I say neither one of them is looked at more credible than the other. You know what I'm saying? Because both of them, if you're a drug dealer, you probably poisoning your community, and if you're a drug user, you poisoning yourself. You know what I'm saying? So neither one of them is a good thing. You know what I'm saying? So that just tells us that hip hop is built off of toxic, toxic, a toxic culture. You know what I'm saying? Hip hop is built off of toxic culture, and that's all what that shows me. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, okay, we went from the drug dealing culture to now the drug using culture, but it's like we got to learn from this. We seeing too many times in history, not just even in hip hop. You had a lot of R&B or a lot of rock stars and a lot of different dudes that basically OD on drugs. You know what I'm saying? Now we don't know why the young guy. We don't know why Juice WRLD passed. So we're not saying he passed from drugs, but we know that he had a drug habit. So we're gonna take this time as like a teaching tool. We moved from the drug dealing era to now it's the drug using era. But we should learn from this, you know what I'm saying? And like throughout history, how so many artists have went out through overdose. You know what I'm saying? So many of our great artists from rock, R&B to rhythm and blues all the way back. You know what I'm saying? As far as we can go, we have had artists that OD from drugs. You know what I'm saying? So as a hip hop culture, this is something that we definitely need to move away from the prescription drugs. But it's a double edged sword because it's like these drugs that these artists take, it enhances their thoughts to where they can make this ingenious music that they make. You know what I'm saying? So it's like the drugs and the music goes hand in hand. You know what I'm saying? It's a sad thing because when they get on these drugs, they're able to go deeper inside themselves than they might be able to do if they're sober. Like I seen it was a clip I seen on the gram earlier. I mean, the other day. I posted it for a matter of fact. You can go check it out on my Instagram at One Urban Media Fix. Zaytoven was talking about the two different Gucci's. He was talking about the Gucci that was on drugs, and he was talking about the sober Gucci. Now he said the sober Gucci, that's somebody that he could say that a young kid can pattern themselves and say, I want to be like that guy. But he said the Gucci that was on drugs, that was the Gucci that was making that timeless music, that raw music, the music that everybody grew to love Gucci for. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, okay, now that Gucci's not on drugs, he's not making that fire, that raw music like he used to. That's basically what the conversation led to. You know what I'm saying? His music is not, it doesn't have that same edge to it. So it's like, okay, if we take away the drugs, then it seems like we might lose something in the music. You know what I'm saying? We might not get that same soulful feel in the music. You know what I'm saying? So drugs and music go hand in hand. You know what I'm saying? Which even in the drug dealer era, the drug dealers always had certain drugs that they did. Depending on what part of the country you was in, it was different drugs. If you was on the West Coast back in that time, they was smoking PCP and Sherm. You know what I'm saying? If you was in the South, they was doing powder, or they was bunking. If you was in Florida, they was putting cocaine in they weed and shit. You know what I'm saying? If you was in like say places like New York and different places like that, uh all of the different areas or the different regions in America will have these different drugs that they dealt with, even in the drug dealer era. So you hear people say, "Oh, we used to be drug dealers." As far as the rap goes, we used to be drug dealers, but now we drug users. The drug dealers always had drugs of choice that they used when it was time to go party. It was always certain drugs that they used. So I kind of don't agree with that drug dealer into drug using era, but I can agree with that music and drugs go hand in hand. You know, whether it's the marijuana is being legalized all across the country. You had syrup, uh, was real big in hip hop. You know what I'm saying? It's been real big in hip hop for some years. The Mollies, the ecstasy. Now you hear rappers talking about the Percocets, the Adderalls, and all these different prescriptions. Now it's like more of prescription drugs, where the artist is basically using, to go deep. You know what I mean? But that's the thing about them prescription drugs. It's not necessarily like the old school drugs that we would hear about back in the day. Prescription drugs, you got to be careful with those because them fuck with your heart rate and different things. You know what I'm saying? Prescription drugs is very dangerous. That's why on them bottles it tell you, uh, don't drink with these or don't drive when you take these or like different things. So now once you get to taking multiple pills and all that, you know what I'm saying? And you going way over the prescription, what the prescription tells you, the dosage, now you're playing with your life, man. You know what I'm saying? Or if you're taking pills like I've been hearing rappers say that they drink syrup and then they'll take Adderall. That's would be like back in the day they would call that speedballing. And basically all you're doing is you're slowing down your heart rate with the syrup and then you speeding it back up with the Adderall. So now you speedballing, and doing that is very dangerous. You could kill yourself doing that. You know what I'm saying? I had plenty of my partners, you know what I'm saying, back in the day and shit, that died from doing like powder and Xanaxes at the same time. You know what I'm saying? The Xanax slows your heart rate down, and the powder speeds it up. So that's called speedballing. I had a couple partners that died doing that. You know what I'm saying? So the syrup and the Adderall is the same thing. It's, basically back in the day, how they used to do it, it would be with the coke and the dope. They would get coke and they would have heroin, and they would do both of those. That's speedballing, and that's a way to kill yourself, man. So you know, prescription drugs, man, it ain't no joke, man. Prescription drugs is not a joke, and they locking up people. You know what I'm saying, for selling drugs in the street. But the biggest drug dealers in the country or in the world is the pharmaceutical company. All these drugs that the pharmaceutical companies sell to us, they got basically side effects. And if you take these drugs over long periods of time, you're gonna have different diseases that these drugs cause and all that. But most of the base of most of these drugs, especially like the painkillers and stuff like that, it's opium. It's the same shit that's in heroin. You know what I'm saying? So basically, these pharmaceutical companies is pushing heroin to the people. And I just seen a report the other day where they're up under fire right now. The government got the pharmaceutical companies under fire, saying that they're responsible. The government is saying that the pharmaceutical companies is responsible for the this opium fucking epidemic that we got in America right now. You know what I'm saying? They saying that the pharmaceutical companies did some backdoor shit to push all they pills and shit through, their meds through, and basically we're seeing the repercussions of it now. And the government is saying like, whoa, hold up. You know what I'm saying? There was some foul play that might have went on, you know what I'm saying? With some of these contracts and all of this type of thing, you know what I mean? So the government is being called out on it now. The pharmaceutical companies is being called out on their bullshit now, you know what I'm saying? Let's see what we got in the chat. All right. Trap House Boxing, I'm having trouble. Somebody said something about a delay, probably. Damn, that shit done went up. Trap, what up? RP Juice World. Yeah, the pills can cause a seizure, man. It depends, man, on if you're taking them too many. If you're taking too many, or if you're taking pills that ain't prescribed to you. If you're just taking a pill to get high, you're basically abusing what the pill is meant for. So things like that could cause seizures, especially if you've been doing this for a long period of time. You know what I'm saying? So yes, pills can cause seizures. Let me check out some of these chats, man. It's going up over here. All right, the later fakes, who knows? So it's crazy nowadays. Have millions, who knows how the autopsy went? Let's hope no manipulations are happening. Got to check out this interview with Keith. They talk exactly about that. Okay. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. But prescription drugs is dangerous, though, man. Most definitely. You know what I'm saying? It's those pills are meant for certain things. You know what I'm saying? So if you use them for something else, like if you're just using them to get high, you're already abusing them. So that means, you're already treading on thin ice just doing that. You know what I'm saying? With certain pills, you ain't supposed to mix with other ones, and certain medicine, you're not supposed to mix with other ones. It was I had a partner the other day, man. He was he had I think he had got sick, so he took some Dayquil, And then that night he turned around and ate an edible. He ate a cookie. Man, that man was throwing up for about 2, 3 hours after that. You know what I'm saying? That's just from Dayquil and a cookie, edible. You know, so definitely prescription pills is not nothing to play with. You know what I mean? Prescription meds, period. Like I said, these youngsters, they mixing the syrup, they sipping syrup, and then they taking Adderall. That's basically speedballing. You know what I'm saying? They taking the Adderalls for they don't fall asleep, but that's basically speedballing. You slowing your heart rate down, you speeding it up. When you slowing it down, and then you speeding it up at a in a very rate that it, in a very fast rate. You know, the heart is supposed to beat in a certain manner. So when you do this things with your heart, you playing a dangerous game. You know what I'm saying? That's a fact. You know. Shout out everybody in the chat, man. And when you come in, hit that like button. You know, I'm gonna go ahead on and switch to this other topic, man. If y'all didn't know, NBA Youngboy, his two brothers. I don't know if this is his only two brothers or what. I don't know how many siblings NBA Youngboy got, but two of his brothers is being charged with a murder. 17-year-old. Now his brothers, one of them is 18, is 16. And if I'm not mistaken, NBA Youngboy, he's about 18, 19 himself. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know exactly how many siblings he got, but his 18-year-old brother and his 16-year-old brother was charged with murder of a 17-year-old kid, pretty much. Yeah, his brother Jeffrey Tate and Devon Tate. Jeffrey Tate, 16, and Devon Tate, 18, turned himself in and was charged with murder of a 17-year-old kid, man. Now, this story, man, when I seen this come across my timeline, man, was very shocking to me. You know what I'm saying? Because NBA YoungBoy, we see him in the blogs every day, whether it's a good thing or bad thing. I know at one point he was like the top person on YouTube as far as views. He was the top person on YouTube as far as views for like shit now 6 months, if not longer. If he might still be, you know what I'm saying? But you know when a person gets the opportunity to change their life for the better like that, like how NBA YoungBoy did, you would hope that this would trickle down to their family. You know what I'm saying? Now I don't know if this was his brothers on his mom or his dad's side, or if he grew up with these two guys, or I don't know the extent of his relationship that he had with his two brothers, but it would seem like they was still in the field. You know what I'm saying? His two brothers, it would appear to me like they were still in the field as far as, if I'm not mistaken, this happened in Baton Rouge. You know what I'm saying? And what would lead to them having to murder somebody? You know what I'm saying? You got a brother that's rich and basically is being a positive role model in a sense, of showing you the way, like, we don't gotta live the way of how we came up. He's basically showing you a different way, and for you not to follow his lead, man, it's kind of sad, man. You know what I'm saying? If we would think that, NBA YoungBoy could have had him with him, but it's like you can't save the world, man. I don't care. Money can only go so far, and his money could only go so far. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, man. In this case, we see that just because one person out the family makes it successful, don't mean that the other family members are not still, you know, going through the same trials and tribulations. You know what I'm saying? You know, so that's ugly. You know what I'm saying? RP to the young guy that they supposedly killed because you know we all innocent to proven guilty. So them two youngsters will have their time in court. They have their day in court. So we'll see how that plays out. But it's just it's ugly that NBA Youngboy is doing his thing, and then his family members still have to deal with you know the poverty and the things that come out of poverty, man. Things that we deal with in the hood every day. It's sad that his family still has to deal with that when he has made it so far. But we can't save the world. You know what I'm saying? We can't save the world. You know, it is our duty to extend a hand back when we make it and pull as many with us as we can. But we can't save the world. You know what I'm saying? We can't save the world. And RP that young guy that lost his life in that situation. You know, a lot of times we tend to focus on the celebrity in the that's involved, which in this case is NBA YoungBoy, but it's his brothers that committed the murder as they're alleged to do. You know what I'm saying? But I want to give time to RIP, the young guy that lost his life in that murder situation. You know what I'm saying? You know, so basically that's why I tied these two videos together, the Juice World thing with the NBA YoungBoy's brother thing, because it's both young guys losing their lives or leaving too soon. You know what I'm saying? The theme was similar. You know what I mean? I didn't want to take nothing away from Juice World because I did want to give him his proper respects. I wanted to pay him his proper respects, and I didn't want to take nothing from him or overshadow by tying the two topics together, but the theme was similar. You know what I'm saying? So we definitely gonna make sure we say long live Juice World too, man. And the young guy that lost his life. To Kills, the song that I got introduced to Juice World by when him and Future did that mixtape. That was my introduction to Juice World. But my favorite song from Juice World was the Lucid Dream. Even though that song been out for a while, I found myself, it was stuck in my head. I was just singing it the other day. You know what I'm saying? Leaving out the office. I was singing that Lucid Dreams, man, from Juice World. Let me read some of these chats, man. Yeah, look, Celto, man, death is a part of life, you know. So, we just gotta accept it, you know what I'm saying? And if Juice World was your man, if he was your favorite rapper, the thing that you could do to basically to leave your imprint on things is just keep his name alive, man. You know, like I said, if you was a Juice World fan, today is the day you need to blast that Juice World all day, man. You know what I'm saying? Blast none but that Juice World. I would play that Lucid Dreams right now, man, but they give me a copyright, man. YouTube, you on that bullshit. Part of my language, man, because I know we got kids up in here too, or youngsters. So I gotta watch my language. You know what I mean? I gotta watch my language, man. But yeah, man. RP Juice World, man. RP Juice World. If yeah, if you don't follow me on Instagram, go follow me on Instagram at One Urban Media Fix. And I posted in my story about Juice World. I got a couple posts in my story that I did about Juice World. So go check that out. You know what I'm saying? At One Urban Media Fix. Yeah, man. I'm seeing in the chat, man, that Juice World was a very loved individual. You know what I'm saying? I'm seeing that in the chat, man. And that's a fact, Trap. I'm gonna tap in. Yeah, ES Fitness, man. You know, everybody got a vice. Everybody got an addiction that they do. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's gambling, whether it's sex, whether it's eating, whether it's different things. Everybody got a vice or something that they're addicted to, right? And so as especially as an adult. Now, as a child, this don't attain to you, but as an adult, you have the right to live your life how you want to. So if you intend, if you choose to indulge in drugs, that's pretty much your business. What I always say, as long as the thing like that, your addiction isn't affecting the others around you in a negative way, you're you're a grown person. You can do whatever you want to do. You know what I'm saying? Whether you want to indulge in drugs or whatever you want to do, whether you want to gamble, whatever you want to do, as long as it doesn't affect the others around you in a negative way. But I will say this: too much of anything is not good. Too much of anything is not good, and that's just that. Whatever your vice is, whether it's gambling, whether it's eating, whether it's sex, whether it's drugs, a drug addiction, whatever your addiction is, too much of anything ain't good. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not a preacher, so I'm not here to tell a person, don't do this, don't do that, don't do this, which I would tell the kids to say no to drugs, most definitely. But as an adult, a person has the right to live their life how they want to. But if when it starts affecting the others around you in a negative way, then that's when you need to self-evaluate. You know what I'm saying? Or that's when a person like me would step in and be like, damn, my man, you know what I'm saying? If you're a friend of mine, or if it was a friend of mine, that's when I step in and say, like, damn, my man, it's starting to look ugly. You know what I'm saying? If it's starting to affect others around you in a negative way, that's when I would feel obligated. But you know, too much of anything is not good, no matter what your addiction is. You know what I'm saying? So as ES Fitness said, that drugs will eventually get you. Yeah, too much of anything is not good. You know what I'm saying? We know that, like, say fruit, for instance, is good for you. But even if you eat too much fruit, that can become even a problem for you. You know what I'm saying? If you overeat, if you eat too much of it, you know what I'm saying, in one setting type thing, you know, that can become a problem. So it's like too much of anything ain't good. Man, ES man, you talking right now, man. You talking, you getting deep. You getting deep on me. You know what I mean? Man, I can almost say like this, right? Like drugs, especially the medicine the prescription meds, is supposed to be for healing. You know what I'm saying? But if abused, it has different effects. You know what I'm saying? You know, dude, I can't believe it did you like you too. I'm following you on Insta now. Salute, bro. I follow back too. Hit me up, the C Bros. Hit me up in the DM and let me know, what's up. I'll follow you back. Yeah, man. Juice World has died at the age of 21 from a seizure. From a seizure. He was at the airport in Chicago. He was mobbing through there. and he passed away from a seizure, which sounds like to me it's it's drug related. Now, if it's not from prescription drugs or something like that, then I will come back and I will, I will clean it up. I'll take that back as far as it's just my opinion. You know what I'm saying? No disrespect to Juice World or any of his family members, or nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? It's just my opinion as a blogger. He was a public figure, so he's going to be talked about. You know what I'm saying? He was a public figure, and this is far from slander. This is a video showing love and just giving condolences, man, paying my respect to Juice World, man. I feel like I'm a hip hop student. Hip hop runs through my veins, so anything that goes on in the culture that affects me in one way or another, even if I'm not all the way in tune with the artists as far as knowing all their songs or something of that magnitude. You know what I'm saying? But I have been familiar with Juice World since him and Future did that mixtape a couple years back, 2 or 3 years ago. Peace. Peace, C bros. Peace. Yeah, I'm gonna tap in with you, man, as soon as I get off of here, C bros. I'm gonna link in. I'm gonna follow you back. Yeah, man, but kids, man, say no to drugs, man. I know they legalizing marijuana all across the country right now. I stay in a state that's medical marijuana. We have medical marijuana here. It's legal here. Yeah, that's what I said earlier, man. He probably speed. It was some speedballing type of situation. I Tiana Barnett. I could say that I'm an avid smoker. You know what I'm saying? I'm an avid smoker. I have my medical marijuana license. So yeah, I definitely smoke. Peace to it's Pat V. What up? You know what I'm saying? We just here showing our love for Juice World. You know what I mean? Like I said, that Lucid Dreams, that's my joint right there. I remember one time when I was going out of town, I was on the highway. I think I was headed to either Dallas or Houston. I might have played. They played that song on the radio, that Lucid Dreams, about 10 times on the way there and on the way back. And I don't think I skipped that song one time. My old lady, she was like, she didn't like it. She didn't like the song, but I blasted that joint every time it came on. You know what I'm saying? Salute, it's Pat V. Hey, we fooling with you too, man. We for the people over here. You know what I mean? This is the people's channel, man. However, y'all, you know what I'm saying? If y'all got any input or things that y'all feel like we need to change over here, or things that y'all feel we could do to improve the channel, we accept all advice and all constructive criticism, all that. You know what I'm saying? All up. We accept the trolls, all that. I got a main troll. I want my troll at, man, to be over here every time. This ain't a situation to get trolled. And this ain't a topic to come in here trolling though, man. You get blasted real quick, man, trying to come in here and take the attention away from Juice World. Yeah, I mean, we gonna squeeze off on you. That's a fact, Brian. RP Juice World. Man, where y'all from in the chat, man? Let me hear some of these places where y'all tapping in from, man. Y'all get to see me, I don't get to see y'all, so it's like, you know what I mean? Y'all get to meet me, but I don't really get to meet y'all. You know what I'm saying? Where folks tapping in from in the chat, man. As you come in, man, hit that like button, man. Hit that like button, man. Run them likes up. You know what I mean? I really ain't even see too many people blogging about Juice World today. Southeast San Diego, salute. Yeah, I ain't even see too many people blogging about Juice World. I seen the story, people was posting the story and reposting the story, but I didn't see too many bloggers that was actually, paying their respects or really tapping in to break the story down or nothing like that. I just seen people reposting the story. And a lot of times I like to sit back and wait too till all of the information comes out. But like I said, when I woke up this morning and seen it on my timeline, I knew I had to do this one, man. I felt it. It was something that I just felt, you know what I'm saying, that I had to do. Palm Desert, salute. Man, salute everybody in the chat, man. Yeah, man, but we're going up on the hour, man. I usually don't like to go too long over an hour. I like to keep it tight, you know what I mean? I like to keep it tight. Man, definitely RIP X and Juice World, Byron, man. X that X when X went out, man, that one right there, I really that one right there hit me hard. I ain't even gonna lie, man. I was riding bumping that sad man and a tear even came out, man. Listen to that song. You know what I'm saying? I was trying to explain to my kids about who X was, even though they was listening to him. I was trying to explain to them, and I started tearing up, man. I was like, damn. So X really hit me hard, you know what I'm saying? And who knows, when I put on that Lucid Dreams, man, I might drop a tear, man. You know what I'm saying? Shed a tear, shed a thought, man. You know what I mean? RPX, but definitely RPX and Juice World. You know what I mean? Most definitely, man. But without further ado, we're gonna bring this one to a close. You know what I'm saying? Subscribe, hit that notification bell, hit that like button if you haven't hit it yet. Subscribe to my other channel, Hip Hop Media Outlet. You know what I'm saying? That's a channel where we post a lot of documentaries, a lot of controversial videos, a lot of the hip hop or the drug dealing documentaries that we grew to love so much. All of that is on Hip Hop Media Outlet. That's one of my other channels. Then I got Indigenous People Media Outlet. That's my conscious channel. If you can't tell by how some of my delivery is, yes, I'm a conscious guy. So we got a conscious channel. Go subscribe to that. Indigenous People Media Outlet. Then we got affiliate channel. It's Trap House Boxing. You can just scroll through the chat and click on the blue wrench because he's the one. That's my mod up in here. Go follow son and hit that subscribe button and hit the notification bell over there for Trap House Boxing. And go follow me on Instagram at One Urban Media Fix. Get with me in the inbox and I'll follow you back. You know what I'm saying? We also have a Twitter page that's Urban Media Fix, which this brand was built off of Twitter. You know what I'm saying? So go follow me on Twitter. Got like 10,000 followers over there. You know what I'm saying? Um, yeah, man, we will be bringing you information, man, as the stories unfold. We will be bringing you the information. This one was, just me pretty much paying my respects to Juice World, another young, talented brother that left us too soon. The theme is becoming a routine type of. The theme is like becoming the norm now. You know what I'm saying? Of our young great ones is going out too early, man. So That's always a sad thing. And also, R.I.P. the young guy that lost his life in a situation where they say NBA Youngboy's two brothers and murdered this young dude, the 17-year-old. R.I.P. him. NBA Youngboy, his brothers, they're innocent to proven guilty. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna see how that plays out. But in this society, we innocent to proven guilty. So we're gonna see how that play out. But definitely R.I.P. Juice World, long live Juice World, rise and power to Juice World, all that good stuff, man. You know what I'm saying? And shout out everybody in the chat. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate y'all for rocking with me. This one, normally I can't say it's been fun, which is always fun interacting with my people, but this was more of a serious build. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes we joke around a little bit, like the build I did with about Scheme Team. If y'all haven't seen that, go check that out. But yeah, man. Without further ado, man, I'm out, man. R.I.P. Juice WRLD.